Hello everyone and welcome back to another EU4 video. This time around we are going to be going to another part of the world that we've been to before, kind of. We are going to be playing as Kilwa for a series of easier achievements. The first one is going to be Swahili Persuasion, where we need to go to the Moluccas in Indonesia and make sure everyone is the same religion as us, which is going to be Sunni Muslim, which a lot of these nations are already Sunni Muslim, but all of the uncolonized provinces are animist, and those count. So this is a really annoying achievement because I already tried it and I didn't go exploration expansion. I just went exploration thinking, oh, propagating trade and, having religion converted that way, that'll still work, right? And it didn't work on uncolonized provinces. So I have to redo that run. And this time we're actually going to go full expansion. Like, we have to have this whole island over here. We have to do all of the Philippines. But I am going to impose a challenge on myself. And that challenge is going to be I will not conquer any provinces over here in Indonesia. I will only convert by either colonizing or using the trade option, which I will show you later. There is also another achievement that we can go for Kilwa, and that one, I mean, there are a couple we can go for, but the other specific Kilwa one is Queen of Mercury, where we have cores on Zanzibar and Bombay. I don't know where those are, but apparently that's somewhere up here in India, which that's not going to be too difficult, I don't think, because we can colonize here, then conquer the Maldives, and then, jump up that way. So we'll figure that one out as we go along. I actually didn't know that this achievement existed before, but it's listed as easy, and if there's anything we know about this series, it's that the easier ones are the more annoying. So let's just jump in as Kilwa, and let's get it started. I'm also going to be using this model because someone in my previous video said that my VTuber model is a little creepy looking and figured I'd use the cuter one. So a lot of this gameplay, I'm going to be trying to follow very strictly the Kilwa missions because they are pretty decent. It's just have 25 light ships. We gain claims all up the coastline and into Mogadishu along there, and even up into the Gulf of Aden, but I don't really want to go up that far. We have Prepare the Invasion. 10 transports gives us permanent claims on all of Madagascar over here, Annex Sofala, then we get claims down here. So, yeah, that should be pretty decent. But anyway, first things first, we're going to do the estates. We are actually going to be able to afford advisors, so we're going to get those. We're not going to get anything like enforced unity of faith. Well, actually, we can get enforced unity of faith, because that goes away when you have no more places to convert. And then clerical education. I think there was one more. Oh, yeah. Well, we don't need religious diplomats. We really don't. Then over here, we're going to do aristocratic counselors. Can't give out strong duchies. We will only start with one vassal. Grant court positions, and I will give the emirs the integration policy, because we do want to integrate Sofala ASAP in 10 years. We are going to start with Prepare the Invasion, which gives us permanent claims over here by getting a bunch of cogs. We're gonna get 5 of them because we have a stack of 11 troops. Not yet, though. We need to build up our army force limit as well to get those 11 troops, and then after that, we'll be able to declare that war. We're also going to get a couple of light ships as well, because we need that for another mission. So establish a trade fleet. When we have 25 light ships, we can get claims all up the coast here, and going further, we go into the Horn of Africa. After annexing Sofala, we get claims all down here. And then, of course, preparing for the invasion of Madagascar. Self-explanatory. Oh. Let's also not forget to actually get advisors. An 036, but our queen is a 465. Shit. I want to try to kill my guy with like an heir that's 0 years old. Holy shit, that queen is insane. Ah, I also forgot. Ally a doll. When you can. Because you're going to need their help to fight Ajudan. Maybe even someone like Aden. Maybe Yemen as well. Yemen's not a bad idea. Let's just start improving relations with those guys. So let's see. We can either invade Saklava or Betamisakara first, because we actually can core them. We can't core this one and the ones, these two back here, because we can't, we don't have the coring distance. So let's check alliance with Antamoro. And then you have an alliance with Imarina and Mafali. That's pretty annoying, so let's go with Saklava. We'll probably just force vassalize Antamoro. So I'm going to do what I usually do and fast forward through all of the wars here on Madagascar, because we're going to just chain declare them back to back to back. During this war against the blue country, the green one in the bottom right actually gets declared on by the other two countries. And I think because the blue one in the middle, Imarina, doesn't join either of them in that war, they actually break the alliances afterwards. And you're going to see that after we're done with this one. You can see, you know, Antamoro is getting occupied, just waiting for them to occupy the capital, and we're gonna, you know, wait and see until they finally do peace out. We take the coastline right there, and now we can realistically go to war with anyone else, core anything else over there. And you're gonna see right now, I check the alliances. Imarina isn't allied to anyone anymore, and so I go directly to war with them. And the most annoying part about these early wars is the fact that, like, stack wiping your opponent just doesn't exist. And I don't know if it's because we're not a high enough tech, or because I didn't have enough troops, or whatever else, but like even after I run them down, I just straight up cannot stack wipe them for some reason. I have 800 hours in this game and I still have no idea how it works. So, you know, right after that, we declare war on Betamisakara because they broke their alliance with the pink country down there. And, you know, all the while I am building up my light ships so I can go north. I am waiting around for, you know, annexation of Sofala, waiting for those years. We declare the final war down there, and, you know, within 10 years, we have all of Madagascar. It does feel like we fall behind a little bit in the admin points because of this, but it's actually not that big of a problem. We will catch up eventually, and we keep up in tech the entire way through. There we go. Full occupation. Didn't capture any boats, which kind of sucks, but that's okay, because right after this, the next 2 years, we're going to relax. Increase the stability, which seems like a... Oh, really? Okay, now we get the increased stability event. Thanks. I'm a little miffed about that. And then we won't need the light ships. Or rather, we won't need ships at all. So I'm going to send them to protect trade in the Gulf of Aden, get us a little bit more trade power up there. Because our next wars are going to be down here for some more gold mines. We also have to be on the lookout for the Renaissance. So we can dev it in Kilwa, which has a gold mine, which it is around. So we can start deving for that, but I don't want to keep falling behind on the admin tech. Tell me that's on the island. Of course it is. Let's see, we can send a dude over to the Gulf of Aden. Let's have him transfer trade power. Sofala is about to be integrated. We can save some money by lowering the maintenance on the boats. Not that that really does anything. I want to lower inflation, but we had to spend 2 stab. Almost 500 admin points on the stability alone. I think I'll focus it. And with that, now we get permanent claims all over on Mutapa, who they aren't allied to Tumbuka. We do have a numbers advantage, but we don't really have the admin, because I do want to try to make it to, you know, Admin Tech 5 faster, so... I mean, it's either get the gold mines now so we can fund the expansion later, so you know what? Let's just do it then. There it is. So, Mutapa will almost always ally Tumbuka, which we can't actually, you know, get to in core, so I just like to vassalize them. And you can see my favorite part about, you know, playing in Africa is the rebels we get as soon as we declare war. We also saw that I took my tier 2 government reform, and we went with the trade one for obvious reasons. We're playing as Kilwa. And honestly, that was the first time I ever saw that one. So a little dumb right there. But, you know, we easily sweep through the nation. We have to clean up our own rebels. Tumbuka couldn't actually get to us. And they were hiding in their own capital. So we just wait to get there, wipe them out. More rebels spawning. Very obnoxious. The rebels apparently won, which it was just, you know, autonomy. So it's not as bad as it could have been, but... Still really annoying to have to deal with rebels just constantly in Africa, and I don't actually stop dealing with them for like 150 years, but here's the end of the war. Finally got Tumbuka, which means we can vassalize them. Then we can also vassalize Butua and take pretty much everything from down here. We don't need to. We can keep them alive and take all their money. Which, I guess we don't even need to do that. May as well just full annex them. That way, hopefully they stop rising up. Gold of Zimbabwe. This gives us the controlled gold mining and gives us a conquistador with 50 tradition. Which means we can start exploring all over here. And that, what is it? The controlled gold mining is super good. Once we actually integrate Butua later, I might take it and actually have the Diplo tech to increase that. But, propagate religion, which does automatically convert places for us, which is not bad. So what that's going to do for us is convert... like, some of these fetishist provinces to Sunni for us. Without actually using our guy. We also get eyes on everything to the west here. That's cool. We still don't know what country is literally bordering us, which is great. Alright, so in order to go up into Ajudan, we do only need 5 more light ships. Are inexplicably super long to build. What the hell? We'll get around to that eventually. Alright, so we can actually take a quick look. We have, you know, a bunch of gold mines down here. We have another 2. Let's see, where is it? Trade goods. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gold mines and gems, which is pretty dope. So we definitely want to, especially in Kilwa over here, we definitely want to dev that up. We want to dev up all of these gold mines as much as we can, but we are behind on the actual technology, and we will, like, you know, to dev the Renaissance, we're going to fall behind in our points. So this is where I really dislike playing the game, when we need to, like, dev the Renaissance ourselves. We're not using those points for gold mines. But we're also not using those points for the exploration expansion, which is, you know, exactly what we need to do is, you know, try to island hop as fast as we can over to Indonesia so we can get to the Spice Islands, which we do have a very big head start against Europe. And I mean, I'm sure they're already starting their exploration. They don't have too much to go, but it's just really annoying that it's like, okay, now I have to waste all these points on, you know, either 57 or 60 point, you know, development area, or like, All of this just sucks, and there's no way to make the development easier on us. There's no place that's any, like, insanely cheaper. Even if we go and conquer up the coast, it's still like, okay, 42 development down here in Ajudan, 41 right up here, so maybe we can go up that way. 70, 60, 65, 70, 60, 63. Like, there's just really nowhere to try to just have the Renaissance. It is up in Adal, though. That's interesting. So, like, I guess Adal will get it, and then we can conquer our way up into Ajudan. So what I'm going to do here, take another loan, build those 5 boats that I'm going to need. 1, 2... Why is it so why is it so many days everywhere? Why does it take so long? All right, so that is going to be the 5 light ships we need for the next mission. We can bump up the Shona culture, and that means we're going to be making a little bit of money from these gold mines down here. But we have to wait to actually, you know, dev those gold mines. Regency ending? How about no? We really need this bitch to stay in power for as long as possible. And in Kilwa, once we liberate it from these very noble-looking rebels, we will start to dev the Renaissance there. Why? What's with all these rebels? Why? I made you guys an accepted culture. And so now, it gets us establish a trade fleet, which gives us claims up here in Mombasa. Permanent claim on Mombasa, permanent claim on the northern Swahili coast. Which, if we pull up the areas, that would be Mombasa and northern Swahili coast right here and right here. So Pate, and just barely into Ajudan. It looks like I'm being torn completely apart by rebels, when in reality it's just playing in Africa fucking sucks. Now it's usually here that when we try to go to war against Mombasa, they're allied to Ajudan. And I would like to diplo-vassalize them, but it's like, the economic base is too big, even though we're a 2-province minor. Like, what does that even mean? Kilwan economic base compared to Pate? We have 5 gold mines. What are you talking about? Like, huh? I don't get it. But anyway, now that we've cleaned everything up, let's, in our capital, encourage developments and start pumping. And we're not afraid to go over 10, because I know, you know, you don't want to go too high over 10, because the chance of mine depletion, it continues to increase with that. But I'm going to show you a cool little secret in just a second. So, this mission that I'm about to take, the Gold of Zimbabwe, this gives the merchants a special privilege over here. Where is it? Where is it? Controlled gold mining. So we get minus 15% gold, but inflation from gold minus 75% and depletion chance minus 75%. It's crazy good. Like, I will take that trade any day of the week, and it gives us a conquistador, which we don't exactly need, but I mean, we have them. Alright, so now going to war with someone like Mombasa, Ajudan. We could honestly take them by ourselves, but I would like to get Adal into this war, but we have a -1 Diplo rep, and Adal is not that big, actually. Interesting. Usually they do get a bit bigger, but we can trade some of these favors for trust. Or ask them to prepare for war. And see if that sways them in any way. Yeah, that would. Cool. And I would like to take some stuff from Ajudan as well, but we'll take it one step at a time. We'll take everything right here, then we'll go up into Ajudan. After I clean up Madagascar. Those lemurs love to move it, move it. Now, we're not going to be able to get every single gold mine up to, like, 15 depletion chances at 0.25%. Renaissance is almost here, and I don't want to spend any of my admin points because I need to finally get exploration ideas. Fun fact, we also get a free colonist from our missions. When did we get all this money? I wasn't paying attention and suddenly we're rich, dude. The only annoying thing is going to war against these types of countries right here is that they'll just walk around in the wilderness. These guys are allied to a doll. That's a little annoying. What about you, Pate? You're allied to Malindi. Ah, cool. Well, I know how I'm doing that next war. Unless... Yeah, Pate is in the area I do have a permanent claim on, so let's do this war against Mombasa. And Ajudan, which we do have a claim on Ajudan. This one province right there. Oh yeah, this is another cool little pop-up they put in. If you don't use your edict for a little while, it reminds you, and you can just change it back to no edict. So you don't have to pay double for your state maintenance. And I do want to get like this entire coast from Ajudan, but I don't need to do that just yet. Alright, we can get our explorer now. Oh wait, we're at 400s across the board. That looks really pretty. I am technically a little behind in this technology too, but actually let me compare to like Mamluks. What are you guys at? They are at 535. Holy cow. I want administrative ideas first. What about you, QQ? At 554. Religious ideas. So we're actually not behind right now. Compared to, the nearby people. Oh wait, no, we didn't capture any. Unlucky. Really would have liked to have captured 2 heavies. Would have been nice. So as for Ajudan, I mean, the coalition doesn't matter at all. We do want the entire coastline, but that comes from future missions. This is a permanent claim too, so I'm just going to wait on that. For now, we will just take money, war reps, transfer trade power, and your alliance with Ethiopia, Hadramaut, and Mombasa. Well, I mean, Mombasa is not going to be around anymore, so that gives us an extra prestige. They have no allies now, so Ogaden can just come right down. Then we will just full annex Mombasa. For a second, these guys were not too unhappy. Let's core that up, and then we can declare war on Pate, which means we will be able to eat up Pate and Malindi in one go as well. Let's get that quest for the New World guy. Let's have these ships repair in Kilwa. We become a great power too, interestingly enough. Then we will split off the transports. They're their own thing. We will split off 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's split off 3 barks. Get an explorer. And start exploring. Oh, Pate doesn't have any allies. What about you, Malindi? Just a doll, and a doll wouldn't join. Cool. There we go, and now we have all that coastline. And we can start exploring. I think I will start integrating Tumbuka. Oh, you know what? I never did, Strong Duchies. And integration policy. 17%. May as well make it 0. Let's get that next. Admin Tech 2. I want to get Admin Tech 7 so we can get the expansion ideas online as well, and then we'll really be off to the races. Let's declare this subjugation war on Makua. They have literally nothing going for them. $26 war score from just stack wiping their one little army. Shit. Alright. I think our Sultana finally died. Our Sultana Regent decided to die. Now our new Sultan is a 244 with a 202 heir. But we can choose to lose even more stability for a different guy, which they're all kind of just bad anyway. So we'll lose stability and see. Let's see. 4-5-3. I'll let him win. With that 4-5-3 leader, I am going to let him occupy the capital, occupy the fort up here. We will subjugate Makua here. Can get another stability right now, though. They're close to breaking the country. You need to occupy like 1 or 2 more things. And then we will have a pretty sick ruler. A 4-5-3. 95 claim. There it is. The horror. And then what that also does for us is if you have rebels and they like get you more land, or in this case a new leader, they actually keep the units up to the force limit. So if I deleted my free company before that happened, I would have kept another 8k units from that stack. But I wasn't even thinking, and I didn't do that. So if I wanted to kind of maximize that, you know, we just get free troops. One of the reasons why I know that is because in one of the games I was playing, like in Anatolia, not as the Ottomans, I saw 99,000 Greek separatists on the island. And then as soon as Greece freed itself, they immediately went down to like 8,000 troops, and Greece had nearly bankrupted itself because it had to pay a million above, you know, the cap. Now for another one of our missions, we need 5 ivory production workshop things, 4 and 5. And then that'll get us like more production for our ivory. And with that, I want to take some merchants and then let's get the, it'll be over force limit, but I do want the Grand Company. We can afford it. And I mainly want the Grand Company to basically exist just to win this war against Moravi and then clear rebels. Mission fulfilled. Increased ivory production. We gain 100 gold from it, and that unlocks these next ones. The Uncharted South, which gives us a free colony starting in Cape, and then after that we get a free, where is it? Yeah, a free colonist. Just as well, we can expand Kilwa, which gets us another building, and local gold depletion chance until the end of the game, minus 25%. So now, despite being at 16, the depletion is 0% chance. Insane. Like, hold on. Bop. It is 0% chance of depleting in Kilwa because of that mission and because of the other thing we took earlier for the merchants. It's insane. So now this unlocks an extra colonist with global settler increase, and that also starts it's a Siberian frontier type, so we can't really take advantage of that as much, but I do want to, you know, like I said earlier, we have options. We can either go further out this way, which I kind of want to so we can get there first, or I do want to kind of colonize down here, connect my lands, and be, you know, Southern Africa powerhouse. And if we do colonize down here, that also blocks out, like, the Spanish and the Portuguese. So once this one is up in Cape, and once I start going for the expansion ideas, we'll colonize down here and out there at the same time. I'm also going to force vassalize Buha over here and probably feed them the whole Great Lakes region. I always really do decentralized bureaucracy. Minimum autonomy and more cultures that can be promoted. And I'll keep this last one for myself. And then after this, we can declare a war on Ajudan for the rest of the Mogadishu coast. Coalition of who? Great Lakes nations. Now we can actually rival someone, the Mamluks, huh? Did I ever get that alliance with them? I don't think I did. Ottomans, though. I could be their friend, that would be nice. Let's get that admin tech 7. That'll give us our next idea group expansion. And that's when we're going to start popping off, as they say. Let's see. A 1-3-4 air, my guy. No. Alright, global settler increase. We're going to fall behind on the technologies, but we need to complete those. And I am also going to start banking up a lot of money so I can build shitloads of trade ships. Also ally Congo, but I mean, they're doing fine without us. What I will have to do is colonize these islands here, all of these little islands right here. That way, if, you know, the Portuguese or the Spanish do come over here, like by Congo, they won't be able to jump all the way over to Indonesia. They'll have to go through us. Because like I mentioned earlier, what I'm going to do is attempt to only convert through the trade propagation, like that mechanic. The Maldives don't have anybody. I can invite them into my trade league, or I could just take the Maldives, because I do still need to take Thana from Gujarat. And I don't think I can buy anything from them. I can't buy a trade company. I'd have to go and conquer that myself, so I might have to go up into Vijayanagar. That'd be interesting. I'd probably have to friend the Bahmanis. They have a shitload of allies. I'd have to get all my troops over there first is the problem, though. 331 or a woman scorned for 5 years. God, that's 4 bad babies, dude. 4 of them. Allied to Mara and Yemen. We're all the way up there. I don't think I care about that. Call in a doll. Reach the India market. That gives us 25% or 25 years of trade efficiency plus 10%, cost to promote mercantilism minus 10%, and an explorer with 40 tradition. I don't know why. We're probably supposed to reach that like a lot sooner. I don't know. Explore the Indian Ocean, which we get permanent claims on Sumatra and Java. Huh, I didn't actually know that. Junon. I used the trade conflict Cassius Belli and not the actual... That's okay. Transfer trade power. Village of capital. Money, war reps. Stop being allies. Used the wrong CB. As per usual. Thank you for tuning into this part 1 of this Kilwa expansionist gameplay where, you know, we just follow the mission tree. That's how you get a good start. And after this, all of part 2 is going to be the super exciting, wonderful colonization gameplay. Woo! Yay! So thank you very much for watching this one. Part 2 should be coming out next week. And then after that, I think we have time for one more before December starts. And in the month of December, I will be trying to do a cute little custom EU4 idea as part of my advent calendar of content that I will be doing in the month of December. So look forward to that, and we will see you next week for Kilwa Part 2, expanding and wanting to die because it takes 200 years to convert provinces through trade. Have a good one, everyone.